In this video, we're going to be talking about how will the future landscape of the world look like, guys, right? Since we are heading into this new world, to say the least. From Watcher Guru, Justin, Indonesia announces plans to launch a national crypto exchange. Wow, a national. So we know where these nations, these countries, basically the entire world is stepping towards, right? Marching towards, guys, ever so faster and faster and faster. The plans are coming into fruition. You know what somebody did state? National crypto exchanges sounds centralized to me, right? It's because of what, guys? That is where this world is heading towards, right? So things can become more controlled, more centralized, and in exchange for your safety, will you have privacy or freedom? Are you saying it is national in the sense that all the fees occurred by the exchange will be distributed to Indonesian citizens, or it's going to be a centralized system paying their political class some juicy money, right? Remember, if you control the money system, which the Federal Reserve we know does, right? If they or them do, then you control the people. Unless you're out of the bounds of it all, guys, right? Now, from Elon Musk, it's crazy, right? We know Elon Musk wants to be on the good side of everyone, right? Especially the quote-unquote, you guys know, the theorists and whatnot, right? The conspiracy, whatever. Now, 1984, Brave New World, and then Fahrenheit 451. You are here, guys, right? In the middle of it all. So this is fascinating. Where are we heading towards, right? Where is this world headed towards, guys? 1984, George Orwell's dystopian era, or possibly a brave new world that could possibly be what, guys? A utopian era, right? What do I believe? Well, all the corruption, there's a lot of corruption that's getting exposed as we speak, right? So that's a good thing. That has to be a good thing, duh. So I believe the future world will be a positive place to live at, guys, or to live in, right? But there's a hidden agenda to all of this, right? There has to be. Why? Because of duality. As you guys can see, Tesla owners, the Tesla bot, aka Optimus Prime, is on fire. It's going to remove tons of mundane and repetitive tasks and more. Right?
All right,
of course,
so you've
Elon
seen
Musk.
a couple robots today. Let's do a quick timeline recap.
And remember, Elon Musk is not going after just one thing, guys, right? One path. But it seems like everything at this point in time, right? What is this, guys? Who? Do you trust Elon Musk or no? But remember, so the Tesla or these robots will remove tons of or take other people's jobs. But remember, this is all a narrative ploy, a play towards what? Universal basic income, right? The future. I'm pretty sure as soon as after the collapse, they'll introduce UBI, right? Soon. Actually, let's do it now because it connects to this week from Financial Juice. Tokyo will provide families with a 5,000 yen monthly handout per child, right? You guys can see that's $38, but still, it's still passive income, so to say the least, right? So to speak. Now, this is all preparing the minds for what, guys? Once again, to introduce the future world, right? To us, we the people, with what? UBI. But remember, UBI has a negative agenda behind it as well, which I do not know of. Oh, look, universal basic income starting in the UK now in 2023, right? So it's not even going to possibly happen after the collapse. They want to prepare the minds for the day when the middle class is wiped, so people can just accept these checks and whatnot, right? So it's not out of the blue. So it's not a shock. They need to do it step by step, guys. Still think this is going to take 20 years. Still think there's much left. There's much time left. Probably nothing though. Let's check this out.
Millions of those on the lowest incomes will get £301 directly into their bank accounts. This is the first of several payments direct from the government to the most vulnerable people's pockets in 2023 and early 2024. In addition, there will be 2 more payments for low-income families of around £300, meaning they will receive up to £900. On top of this, for many pensioners, there is an extra £300. And for millions of disabled people, an additional £150 payment. This all means some households could receive as much as £1,350. No one will need to apply for any of these payments as they are paid automatically. This is all part of a £26 billion package for 2023 and beyond to help every household in the UK with the rising cost of living. They build on similar payments sent to millions of families last year as we continue to shield those in need from global pressures fueling rising prices.
So basically, guys, let's expose the plan, the game plan, the agenda right now. It's so simple. Ready? It's that they first killed the economy and now they're going to introduce universal basic income. So this is the roadmap that they took. Obviously inflate, right? Print more money throughout the years. Then 2020, that thing took place. What happened after, right? A lot of panic, a lot of these things were taking place, guys. Then the cost of living just kept going higher and higher and higher, right? Things were getting more expensive, and it still is today, guys, right? So now the game plan is to introduce UBI so people can accept it more freely. It's so simple, guys. Do we see the game plan, right? Yes, we do. And it's going to happen more and more often, guys, right? Inflation will not be coming down. Let's be realistic, right? They need everything to be up because that's the fastest and quickest way to push their narratives and agendas to we the people. Now, from Wall Street Silver, World Economic Forum will plot how to counter quote-unquote misinformation at its 2023 annual meeting. The international group wants to predict and mitigate what it determines to be misinformation, right? The unelected WEF will discuss how it better can censor what it deems to be misinformation circulating on social media. WEF deems criticism of the WEF and challenging mainstream, you guys know, narratives to be misinformation, right? But remember this, guys, there always needs to be two sides to the story, right? Two sides to the team, the left and the right, the back and the forth, right? The up and the down. These people are playing the quote-unquote bad guys, right? Elon Musk, those people are playing the quote-unquote good guys, but they're all pushing the same narratives, guys, right? And it's going to all lead to Rome, right? The same conclusion. Canada is now coming into the play. The government is looking to employ specialists to review 3 years of social media posts, checking your conversations about the V, you guys know, so problematic citizens can be re-educated and assisted with their thinking. Not even joking. Wait a minute, what? Whoa. V, confidence in Canada. You guys can see all this stuff, right? In preparation for increased V education, requiring the services of a consultant to analyze the V-related conversations on social media. Wow. So they're going to analyze these things. What do we talk about? You will exchange your privacy for more quote-unquote safety, right? Is that a world to live in? I don't know, guys. The consultant will analyze V-related conversations and their participants on Twitter and social media channels. Wow. They're going after everything, guys, on the internet. What? Right, policing the internet and whatnot. Then, spanning up to 3 years of historical data. I can't believe it. This is already beginning. So we got UBI already in play, right, or about to be, and now this as well, right? From Wi-Fi Alpha, WTF is happening in the UK, my country. You guys can see this right here.
15 minutes of freedom here in the UK.
We got confirmed.
So let me tell you the plan. The plan is in Oxford, and this has just been passed by the council, to divide the city here into, a squiggly city, into 6 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you will only have the freedom to operate in the part that you live. So if this is you, the idea is that everybody will live within 15 minutes of the things they need. 15 minutes of a school, 15 minutes of a doctor's, 15 minutes of a supermarket. And if you want to travel to the other zones in your city, or maybe soon your town, you will have to go out an approved route. You will have to journey around the outside of the city in order to re-enter another section of the city. This plan is supposed to be saving the planet. And the idea is that you won't simply be able to cross over into other sections of your city anymore. So if your mother, for example, lived over here, you wouldn't be able to just go across and see her. This would all be done via e-gates, electronic gates and number plate recognition. you in your area will only be allowed within that 15-minute zone that you've been allocated. The number plate recognition will know if you leave your zone. And you can apply for permission, a permit, to leave your zone and travel to another zone. But you'll only be allowed to do this about 100 times a year. This is real. I just have to stop and say that. This is actually being passed by Oxford Council. This is happening in the next 2 years, 2024, it begins. And if you use up all your 100 passes that someone designates whether you're allowed to have to go into the different zones, you'll be fined. Your number plate will be recognised. It will observe that you've gone somewhere you're not allowed in your own city, and it will fine you £100 or £80 or whatever the fine number is.
She stated 2024. We got confirmed. What? That would mean it happens during the collapse or right after it, right? So, okay, so the future world seems pretty simple. I mean, do I like it? No, right? But is anybody going to stop what they're trying to do, or actually are going to do? Because I don't see nobody stopping their plans or motives or agendas, guys. But always remember that you are free and you will always be. Last but not least, the Flare token distribution event countdown has been updated to reflect the exact distribution time, as you guys can see, which is what, in 5 days, guys, right? January 9th. I'm super excited, guys. I can't. Wow, this is crazy. After how many years, right? After 2+ long years, guys, and it's finally coming into fruition, right? So at least there's a negatives, there's a positives, but it all depends on your perception on how bad or good one thing will be, right? Not financial advice. But anyways, that's all for you guys. Enjoyed today's video. Amazing day, and yes, see ya.